Hello everyone. The objective of today's live is to help brilliant women entrepreneurs recognize where you're probably blocking yourself to awaken your pioneer energy and to fully step into high impact, high CEO energy and leadership style. I see so many brilliant women out there. Every one of you who is watching this live is probably in this situation. We are often happen to be in this situation without even realizing it. Let me just check if I'm live, if everything is fine. Do you hear me? Say hello in the comments. Okay, everything seems fine. Show me some love in the comments. Let me know who is here. And I see so many brilliant women out there, regardless if you are a coach, a service provider, or any kind of entrepreneur with many businesses. I also work with entrepreneurs who have multiple businesses, and you are very successful already, but you are still spinning in the wrong direction. And this is so typical for, it's not only for women, mainly we women are doing this because this is kind of in our DNA to constantly prove and take care of everyone and everything. But you're constantly over delivering, and not from a place of abundance and I have what to give and I want to give it, but it's from a place of I need to do more. It's from a place of over-explaining, softening your brilliance, and chasing results that don't actually move the needle. And today I want to disrupt this story. I want you to pause for a second. This live is going to be short, probably 10-15 minutes. So pause for a second and ask yourself, is your current leadership truly scaling your business and impact? Not just the numbers, and is it truly scaling your business, what you're currently doing the most, or it's just keeping you busy? A few years ago I realized something that changed the way I lead my business forever. My vision, when I started my business, and how I have always seen brands that I have worked with, regardless if it's a personal brand, a service, or a product, or whatever, I have always seen this not just as a goal, but as something that creates freedom, solves a problem, that has a very big impact. And I have always seen my work as a legacy. And the moment I fully embraced it, because there was a moment when I was buried in so much work, so much let's do, go, keep doing, keep going, keep doing. And at some point I was like, okay, but where is the impact? Where is the freedom? And the moment I fully embraced it, my decisions became sharper. My impact became deeper. I started leading differently, from a place of love and giving, because I want to leave an impact and legacy, not just to make the numbers, not just to check the boxes. And I finally started running my business for me and to have it work for me, not the other way around. Most people think leadership is about doing more posts, more content, more launches, more offers, more emails, more free content, trying another strategy, doing what someone else said. And that hustle might pay your bills to some point, until you hit a ceiling, financially, mentally, emotionally. because it doesn't scale your authority, your influence, or your freedom. And here I'm not saying don't try, don't test, but what I mean is, are you really clear what exactly your company is built for? Why did you create it? Or you forgot it somewhere on the way? Maybe this is exactly the moment when you step in your CEO leadership, when you ask yourself, what am I doing? Where am I going? Is this really satisfying to me and to the people I serve? Or it's just more? Is it enough? When is going to be enough to you? And I would like to break the myth that more hours are going to fix weak or outdated positioning. That is very common. You try to find logic, like you push more, you do more, you work more hours. But more logic also won't silence self-doubt if you're not sure where exactly you're going and if the impact you're leaving is what you want it to. More achievements won't replace CEO level decisions. What happens at some point is that you get more and more achievements, more and more results, more and more testimonials. But even this is not able to raise your prices if you're not making CEO level decisions and you're not setting boundaries. The pivot isn't in adding more. It's shifting who you are in the room. From overachiever to leader, from fixer to decision maker, and CEO level decision maker, business owner decision making, from chasing approval to commanding authority. And I will give you some examples of where most brilliant women, most brilliant entrepreneurs get stuck. Imagine for a second that your daily choices were guided not by hustle or fear of missing out something, or what your coach says and does, but by your clear vision that aligns with your impact, income, and freedom, by your own CEO energy. That shift alone changes everything. And I'm not saying don't listen to your coach. No, that's totally not what I mean. I mean that even when you're talking to your coach, you should be able to think, is that applicable to my situation right now, to my audience, to my offers, to my desires, to where I'm going? Or should I slightly adjust it instead of directly taking what someone else is doing? And here are some scenarios, some pictures that might feel familiar to you. You spend hours over explaining your strategy to a client, or whatever you're doing as a service, as a coach. Like you spend hours over explaining the methods, the way that you're working, what they need to do, how they need to do it to a client who still can't implement it. They are in their own void. They do not take responsibility and actions to change it, to do what they need to do, but then you blame yourself if they fail. That is so common. Like, honestly, I know we are not speaking about this, but I see this every day, because your work ethics, your integrity is so high that you want to help everyone, of course. But are you actually able to see the moments when it's not up to you? It's the other side that needs to do their part. The other situation is when you're softening your messaging, the way you show up, the way you speak, the way you talk to your audience, and the way you're expressing how you are helping them, what are the problems that you're solving for them. And you're softening your message because someone said be authoritative or be relatable or write like that, and you're trying all types of content styles out there because there are many. And let's be honest, something that works for X might not work for you because probably your way of leading, your way of expressing is different. Your brilliance is what actually converts people and attract people and connect people to you. There is another situation where you do the work yourself instead of building systems, so your team can follow them. But if you are constantly being part of every transaction or micromanaging every single thing, again, I know it comes from your desire that you want to take care of everything and everyone, but this is blocking your scaling. Your business can't scale like that. Another situation is that you are measuring your growth in hours worked or more and more money, as I already mentioned, not in the actual impact, influence. Like sometimes you're focused on just doing more without watching the numbers, and like, okay, you're productive, but the numbers are not like meeting your effort. Or the other situation, you're so focused on the numbers and you forget to enjoy the journey, to serve your audience and people. Everything is around money. And yes, the goal of your business is to make money. I dive very deep in this topic in the Scale Like a CEO masterclass. But there is this duality, you know. The goal of the business is to make money, but this is also a trap. And the other side is, yes, you have built your business, you're a coach or a service provider to help other people, but at the same time you also forget that you need to make money as well. And oftentimes these desires, whether it's going to be to make more money or to serve better, oftentimes this desire for more keeps you small because you start creating chaos instead of leading and actually making money and impact, and to feel free that you are doing what you love. Freedom looks very different, and oftentimes I see you are watching, like, to some people freedom might mean a lot of money, so you can buy properties, investments, blah blah blah, whatever. But to other people freedom might mean having an impact, speaking your truth, serving your people, and making money that feels okay, but you're not so fixated on the number. Tell me in the comments, what does freedom actually means to you? What does freedom mean to you? If you are being very, very honest. And this is going to help you let go of the things that are not serving you. When you let go of someone else's desires, someone else's achievement, like, you're going to feel completely different, and you're going to enjoy the journey, and this is when money flows from abundance. You also chase trends and follow industry rules instead of your vision, and that is keeping your next level hidden. Does any of this 5 points sound familiar to you. That's how even brilliant women, entrepreneurs, coaches, unintentionally, I know this, all this is unintentional and we are all doing this, let's be very honest, like transparency is everything. That's how even brilliant women unintentionally block their own delusional vision and growth without realizing it. And here's something most leaders don't realize, or you realize it after being in the void for too long. You can be successful and still be spinning in circles, and this is actually what happens in 99% of the cases. True growth doesn't come from doing more. It comes from stepping into the version of yourself that's already capable of leading at the next level. And this doesn't mean there is no work to be done. This doesn't mean just do this and money flow. But it looks differently to each and every one of us. You need to be able to see what is actually moving the needle for you, what your leadership style looks like, how are you leading your company, your audience, your people inside of your world, and to be able to step on the next level. What if I told you that your vision is already alive inside of you? Even if it's being buried under overworking and someone else's expectations or noise that comes from all over the place. It's not just a goal to check off. It's the engine, the power, the fire behind every decision, offer, and action you take. But it can't thrive if you're spinning in the wrong direction. And when you step into the SalesBlazer CEO energy, you lead your business and team, including, not chase them. You expand your offers, your influence, and under expanding your offers, I don't necessarily mean add more offers. It might mean that you're not expanding in that direction, but in right direction. That your offers become better. That the way you're delivering the work is more structured, and maybe you are limiting access to you, but you do it in a different way that gives much more influence. And this is giving you more freedom to be creative, to grow, to expand yourself, so you become a better leader, and then you're able to deliver better service, better coaching, better mentorship to your clients that are currently inside of your world. This way your influence is also growing, your brand authority is growing without compromising because someone said I have to do that. When it's not totally not your thing, totally not working for you. And I have something, I have also done this mistake, like someone tells you, don't befriend your audience and be authoritative. Okay, but if you are not building a connection with your audience, how is that going to work? If you are just posting sales content, and hi, this is me because I'm a queen of conversion content and sales type of content, but I also sometimes forget to also post the content that is more storytelling, that is going to connect me with my audience, that is relatable in terms of, I want to clarify this, relatable in terms of that my audience is going to recognize themselves in this post, in something that I have done wrong, that I have overcame, a challenge that I faced. This is what I mean under you knowing your leadership style, your audience, the impact you want to leave, how you want to expand your brand, your connection with your people. And then comes the moment when you create systems that secure recurring revenue, and effortless sales, upsales, cross sales, upgrades. And then you finally can focus on what truly matters, which is your personal growth as a human being, the impact you're making, and your legacy. This isn't about, let me fix my hair. This isn't about hustle or trend chasing, not necessarily. If you like trends, go ahead, do it. But if you are more, okay, let's say like me, I'm more about timeless brands, impactful brands. Sometimes I like trends and I like to jump on it, but most of the time I'm not that type of leader that is chasing trends in general. It's about owning your identity, your vision, your genius, the things that you love to do, and your authority as a CEO. This is about you being fully happy and owning your multi-dimensionality. None of us is just a coach, just a business owner, or just a friend, or just a mom, or just a wife. You're all of these. And your voice, the way you can activate your audience, is your superpower. How you help people and how you're expressing it your way. That's what matters. Especially for brilliant women who have movements, who have like impactful brands. And if you want to have this timeless legacy, this is what you need to do. And now when you're watching this live, put an emoji in the comments if you're catching the replay. But I want you to pause and reflect for 15 minutes. Give yourself 15 minutes today and reflect which one of these micro moments that I just mentioned is your biggest blocker right now. Drop it in the comments. Share with me. And once again, that's not about shaming. Totally not. We are humans. We all can make any of these at any stage of our business. But the point is that when you reflect and when you say and be honest, like when you're honest with yourself and admit, okay, this is where I'm leaking time, money, energy, impact, influence, etc., etc. This is where your next level growth begins. And if you're ready to step fully into your SalesBlazer identity, meaning that you're a multidimensional woman, you're not a woman who likes being put in a box. You are leading with a vision, you're scaling your business, you create freedom on your terms. That's exactly what we do in this SalesBlazer movement, SalesBlazer identity. We activate this CEO energy that you already have and channel it into systems, offers, and the influence that make millions inevitable. Remember, brilliance isn't about doing more or doing everything or doing what someone else is telling you. It's about leading your way, remembering you are the CEO, like shifting your identity to the next level, knowing what you have already outgrown, what cannot come with you on the next stage of your life, leadership, company, income, etc. This is claiming your CEO energy. This is expanding your vision. And finally, letting your business work for you, not the other way around. Step into this pioneer energy. Lead unapologetically. Build your legacy. And let's make your vision real. SalesBlazer is the method, the movement, the mindset, the freedom behind timeless brand Scalable sales and millions inevitable. Enjoy your day. I love this life. Let me know in the comments what lands for you. Even if you're catching the replay, feel free to leave a comment. Have a great day. Bye.